Ashley Anderson here with James Scully, and we've got Kevin Kilroy, racing analyst and notes writer at Colonial Downs, here ahead of Friday's card at Colonial. Kevin, you've been here since yesterday. Tell me some of the big storylines about this Virginia Derby meet.
Yeah, listen, this is historic, right? This is the first ever Kentucky Derby prep race in the state of Virginia. In Virginia, I've gotten to know it from working here over the past year. They love their horse. They've got such horse culture here, such a heritage for horse and horse racing. And you're seeing them doing all these great moves, such as bringing the Derby here, such as having a very creative Virginia restricted program. It's not just state-bred races. It's also Virginia sired or Virginia certified. You get horses like Bookham Dano, New Jersey bred, but is able to run in these races. So it's a time where I'm very excited to see a state double down on horse racing, right? We see other states out there. We're wondering about the future of them. Is horse racing going to survive? Virginia, it's thriving. It's strong. It's very cool to see. So this is a big celebration, not just of the Kentucky Derby, but of horse racing in Virginia.
And Colonial has attracted some big names, including Getaway Car, who is the morning line favorite in the Virginia Derby. James, what are your thoughts on Getaway Car coming here to Colonial?
Well, I think that he was a horse that I was willing to knock after his juvenile season, but I did think his comeback in the Sunland Derby was a gutty performance. He really had to dig deep. It looked like he was going to be beat by the Caldera, Lucas's horse on the outside. So I thought he showed a lot of guts battling back. We saw him this morning. He's not a real big horse. But he's got speed. So I do think that that's an asset that he's going to put to use right from the break. And, if he keeps progressing off of that Sunland Derby win, he's definitely got a shot to take him all the way on the front end, in my mind. It's just great that I think that the Sunland Derby could get a horse like Getaway Car off of Sunland Derby win, and a horse like Rapture, who's one of Brad Cox's Kentucky Derby hopefuls right now. So they do have some big-name barns coming in for the first edition of the Virginia Derby as a points qualifier, 50 points to the winner.
We have an interesting dynamic. It's a one-turn 9-furlong race for the Derby, and then a one-turn 8.5-furlong race for the Oaks. Kevin, does that play into how you're wagering on the race and handicapping with the one turn?
I've been talking to trainers about that, trying to get their insights into it. And I haven't heard anybody sort of offer, I think this is going to suit my horse for this reason, or really an insight to it. So I think the best way to approach it is just like any other, just play it by the distance, not by the turns, and the pace dynamics, etc., and who's in form. Because otherwise, I think you'll be taking a little bit of a swing in the dark in terms of trying to find an angle there.
Real quick, both of you, give me your Derby and Oaks picks. James, go first.
I've got Authentic Gal picking a little bit of a minor upset in the Sunland Derby. In the Virginia Derby. And in the Virginia Oaks, I do like Fondly. She may be the favorite for Grand Motion. She's not the favorite on the morning line, but she's going to take some action. And I think she's set for a good performance in her stakes debut.
Kevin?
Yeah, for me, it's Rapture. This horse just run twice, just broke the maiden, but nice progression in terms of form, trained by Brad Cox. Cox has said multiple times, doing great, can get the distance. I think this is Rapture's race in the Virginia Derby. In the Oaks, I like Icona Mama, that horse that ran third in the Pocahontas on the rail. I think we had excuses from that last race, and I like You'll Be Back coming out for Tom Amos. So whichever one's giving me the better price, I'm gonna take a swing with.
I like Rapture as well, and I'm going early on in that Oaks race. We'll be here all weekend, watch and wager at TwinSpires, and check out all of our promos, tournaments going on, and our social channels for all of this content.